And we'll see how LoordN's Nunu decides to be played. Maybe he plays it very similar to Pepper in the fact that he's super aggressive, using Flash Aurelios to catch up with people, catch them out of position, get that slow on them ASAP. Or if he's a bit more passive, sticks with his AD carry, sticks to obviously leveling up that blood boil very early. I jump into this right now. It seems like both teams grouping up. Boom. And both teams lining up, getting very close in on this one. Sorry, I just need to mess around with a couple of things. And they're getting very close to each other. Indeed, we can actually remove a lot of this just to see exactly what's going to happen. And Kerp going to be the one to go in. And they're going to get completely caught out of position. Oh no, Kerp gets bursted down instantly. This is not a good start for Teamless whatsoever. Diamond Procs trying to chase on just a little bit. Genja getting a couple of auto attacks. Plus Sona's Q as well. Aria of... which one's... Crazy first blood to Moscow 5. 4 assists for that. And Sona picks up the kill. So Sona's going to pick up a couple more wards. Get boots as well. This is going to be a harsh bot lane. She's going to be able to harass. Very nice. And yeah, good point. Let me just switch around the tags quickly. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Everything seems to be alright now. Is everything alright for you guys? Nothing too laggy? Everything in the correct position? If it's super laggy for you guys on Twitch, it's going to be laggy just for a moment here as we start up the game. Just frame rate. That's just how spectator it is sometimes. And what game is this? This is Forza Motorsport 3. Sorry. Alright, so this lane is going to be very interesting. Usually Jarvan is very good against top lanes like Vlad. Once he gets that level 2 combo with the EQ, he can jump onto them very easily. He can do a lot of damage with that Q poke. And actually, you might see an early gank onto Alex. The Tempest Cripple to open it up. Dark Binding surely going to come out not quite hitting. But that surely would have been the end of Alex if that Resonating Strike and Dark Binding had hit together. He probably would have gone down. So nice little starter gank there. Alex actually forced to flash out very early on. Always nice to get rid of those starting summoner summoner spells. And Corki taking quite a lot of harass from Sona. Even though it's only auto attacks, wow, it's doing quite a lot of damage. And they're going to move on to him. Oh wow, actually he has to Valkyrie away here. Exhaust has to be used as well. So great pressure going down from Moscow 5. They are feeling it. You can see they're coming off a win right now. Their momentum is huge. And Tabzz actually going straight into Diamond Procs. Using the Dark Binding there to get a bit of extra damage onto him. Here comes Kurt. The EQ combo is brilliant, but the flash gets away. One more auto attack will be the end of Diamond Procs. And there we go. Kurt manages to pick up a kill back. And Alex is in a bad position as well. Great Dragon Lance there to pick that one up. Kerp is on a rampage right now. Morgana actually picking up one of those kills apiece. So great play from him. Good awareness of the map. And really nice working with the teammates there to pick up 2 kills. Teamless are not out of this one yet. They've caught out completely in gold, actually overtaken Moscow 5 slightly, and they're not letting the first blood get to them. Crazy. And sorry if it is lagging for a couple of people. Everything seems fine on my end. It might be because I am streaming to a European server. So if you are in America or further away, maybe in Asia somewhere, then you might have a bad experience. I'm very sorry about that. Try and work on it next time for sure. And yeah, get better internet. I agree completely. Alright, so Kerp being super aggressive. He has double buff now from killing that Nocturne. That is going to give him a huge advantage in this lane. As I said, he's already got slight advantage over Darien just because of the picks. And that just increases even more. And I'm not sure where to look. Looks like a lot of damage is going down onto Fu Sharp. Actually, Ignite being used as well just to chunk down his health a little bit more. And Genja in a good starting position, but here comes Lee Sin. Actually, I didn't even see him come from the back. The Temple Crippers to open it up. Then the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike finishing off Sona very fast. Can't believe I missed that. I was actually looking right at it. Wow. My eyes are definitely dying at this point. Diamond Prox, though, you know, even though just sitting in his jungle, not really paying attention to Lee Sin. Temple Grippers. Yeah, I'm getting tongue-tied as well, sorry. Oh, a lot of things that I've needed to keep up on today. That's going to be the quote of the night, isn't it? Okay, let's get back into this. So, I think Kerp has an amazing advantage. He's freezing his lane as well. Next, his turret. That is not going to be good for Vladimir whatsoever. Darien is definitely going to struggle a little bit with this. Oh, but Kerp actually managing to push the lane up still just a bit. It'll proc there, and I wonder what will be the opening for this gank. Frogurt waiting very patiently for this one. Darien's lane is pushing though, and the Q Cataclysm comes out, and a brilliant safeguard from Lee Sin gets him inside the Cataclysm. Darien going very low to the ignite, and yeah, the Troll Pool takes away 20% of your current HP, so that's not going to help him out whatsoever. He is definitely going to go down. Great gank there from Lee Sin. Kerp just bringing the pain. Dunk Master Jarvan in the house. In this top lane, he's shown his capabilities throughout the tournament, I think. And Tabzz almost hitting that Dark Binding. That would have been a nice little bit of chunk damage onto Kennen. We might see a bit of aggression in this bottom lane soon now. Genja is level 6. He does have that True Shot barrage up. If he can burst someone down a little bit further, he might be able to use it to pick up a kill. But he doesn't. Lee Sin waiting towards this bottom side of the map, making sure his bot dragon from Moscow 5. And oh wow, actually I just saw that as Kerp moved across the minimap. That was most definitely a dive onto Darien with his little blink. I mean, technically it's not really a blink, but I don't really know. Oh wow, perfect little combo there. Very quick. Darien forced a flash straight away to not get caught by that. And oh wow, Kerp is in a very good position here, and actually Kennen might be ganked very soon. We'll see if a Dark Binding comes out. Actually, Lee Sin just jumping straight onto a couple of minions, and Nocturne does have level 6. That Paranoia is up, so does the Vladimir idea, and yeah, he's going to be smart. He's not going to go over aggressive. He knows he's in the lead. He wants to keep it that way. Very smart move from Kerp. Now in this bot lane, Genja still doing a great job. Trying to whittle them down slowly but surely. Corki has just come back to lane, so he is quite high on HP and mana. And actually might see a gank on this top lane. Wow, great blink. Good pull as well though, but now Darien has no escapes. So Kerp decides to jump in. Doesn't seem like he's going to chase too heavily though. Ooh, that's a scare. Doing a good job here, keeping the lane on their side. Keeping the risk of a gank to the minimal, and Nocturne is very close by. He might even come for a lane gank here. Yeah, he does have the Paranoia up, as I said before, and I'm expecting GoSu Pepper to go super aggressive with a crescendo very soon. I'm sure we'll see it come out. Wait for it. And actually Morgana making her way down as well, and they have seen her on her way with that ward. Actually Tabzz moving around the back, but Diamond Prox is just there waiting for her. The Dark Binding completely misses, and that gives away her position completely. I don't know if they're going to go completely into this, but Frogurt is actually very close by as well to help out. So if anything happens, it's going to be in Moscow 5's neck of the woods under that turret, and it wouldn't be so great if Teamless got caught up in that. But Lee Sin is waiting here. Nocturne as well. This is going to be a counter gank, and here comes the crescendo. Here comes the Paranoia. Lots of damage going down. Nunu ult goes off as well. Loads of damage going down onto Sona, and the ignite ticking down on her slowly. That's going to be one kill for Teamless, and that's going to be the end of the engage. But at the same time, lots of damage happening. Actually Tabzz using the ultimate. Alex not quite getting away, and one more auto attack will be the end of him. Just staying alive with the spellbound, but it's not going to be enough, and Tabzz going to pick up the safe kill. Very nicely done. At the same time, Kerp tower diving Darien. He's trying to blink to get one more auto attack off. If he gets this, Darien is surely going to go down, sustaining just a little bit. And wow, what an amazing pull. And I don't think Kerp actually has the mana. Darien escaping really nicely. Very nicely done from all lanes of Teamless. They are starting to slowly take over this game, bringing themselves the advantage. And yeah, as I said before, they're not out of this tournament whatsoever. They know what they're doing. Oh, and a pink ward going down again on Dragon, and they actually might just go for this. 12 minutes into the match, Lee Sin starting the Dragon, and they're taking this down very, very quickly, getting a lot of Wriggles procs onto this. 2.5k health. Oh, actually, it's healing up quite a lot. Around 2.5k health now, going down to 2k. They're trying to move in to contest this. They definitely don't want to give it away for free. Oh, and frogurt's taking a hell of a lot of damage, but now Diamond Proc's actually in a very, very bad position. Morgana, though, not chasing it too heavily. Diamond Proc's realizing he doesn't have to use Flash. He's going to live for another day. Lee Sin just didn't want to go in there. He knew it was very weak. He knew other people could be around and they could be bursted quite quickly from that health. And now Kerp keeping up the aggression onto Vladimir. Oh, there's the blink and it hits him perfectly. Darien does get a nice troll pull off, but it's just not enough for him. And honestly, I think if Kerp plays this one right, gets another great blink onto Darien. Oh, just about misses that one, but does get the slow onto him. He is going to be chasing this kill as fast as he possibly can. There's the Cataclysm, but Darien forced to flash away from that one. Morgana coming up to help Kerp out, but Vladimir choosing the safe route, it seems. And now Tabzz moving towards his lane once again, getting all the farm. And he is doing such a good job of CSing as well, furthering that gold gap as much as physically possible. Right now it is at 3k. 2 teamless in terms of gold, guys. Oh, and Alex nicely lightning rushing out of that dark binding. Not going to get caught anytime soon. And actually, frogurt waiting very, very close by, but he does have pink. He picks up the enemy ward, and they're using a lot of pink wards this game. They're not buying early oracles so much. They're just chilling back, being like, okay guys, we can use a couple of pink wards for a while. We can invest a bit of money into their stocks. Absolutely mental. 13k viewers, wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And let's actually, while we have a bit of a gap, let's actually, oh wow, actually Kerp going super aggressive onto Darien. As usual, though, I could just watch this lane all day and you'd see so many of those combos. Wow, using his flag a second time to get a couple more auto attacks. Darien already down to half health. He is not having any fun whatsoever. Actually hitting another one, and the damage is just consistent and good. Although Darien does have Ninja Tabby, does have that Hextech Revolver, can sustain quite nicely against it. We might see a gank in the bot lane as well. Nocturne has that ultimate to use if he wants to. Kennen actually pushed behind his tower, so he doesn't want to get hit by that dark binding. I'm waiting for the ult coming from Nocturne, probably opening up with Crescendo first from Sona, and I wonder when they'll do it. Not 100%. They definitely want vision on both of them, I think. Lee Sin is nowhere near this time though, and yeah, this now Nocturne moving way down once again, and I'm not 100% on when they're actually going to go in. Genja trying to get a bit more damage onto them, and here comes the Crescendo and the Paranoia. Yeah, there goes Corki. He is completely dead. LoordN can't do anything else after that ultimate. He is in a world of hurt, and yeah, he's going to get absolutely destroyed. Double kill for Nocturne. At the same time, a gank goes down on top. Darien has no ignite, and let me actually rewind that because we were a little bit away from the action. Okay, so Darien pushing up, getting comboed completely by Lee Sin and Jarvan. The beautiful kick coming out from Lee Sin. Yeah, that dragon kick was very well positioned, and just prodding with that big ass sword. Vladimir is going to indeed go down. Let's just catch up back to the action in live mode. Boom, boom, boom. And luckily not too much else going on apart from that. The top lane definitely going down. Teamless pushing their lead as much as possible. Very, very nicely played from Teamless. Now Alex is actually taking a hell of a lot of damage onto his tower. This is purely mostly from minions, honestly, because Morgana has just been pushing this lane. I mean, that's what Morgana does. Just puts down that pull, you know, fires a dark binding at a cannon minion maybe every once in a while. Lets the wave disintegrate, and then she can just go and sit at her tower if she wants. Or she can be super aggressive with harass and the like while the other person worries about CSing. That's one beautiful thing about Morgana in the laning phase. And Kennen is definitely suffering from it. And now the bottom tower actually taking a bit of damage as well. Genja not taking too much damage from those rocket barrages. But Corki doesn't have that many items. He does have the BF sword, increasing his damage to 166 AD. And Tabzz moving down towards the enemy. I think he actually might have seen that ward being placed down, or he just had a feeling something was going on a bit dodgy, because Kennen and Nocturne are here to help. Kerp actually waiting in this bottom bush, and this is going to be really bad for Teamless if they dive this, I think. Yeah, Kennen going straight down onto them. Paranoia coming out as well. Kerp going quite low, but Pepper even lower now. Corki getting, oh, actually Valkyrieing away there to safety, but Tabzz taking quite a lot of damage. Jarvan has gone down. Zhonya's got procced by Morgana, and she's not going to be able to hit the Dark Binding on Genja. Not that it would have mattered too much, but she does get taken down. So nice counter gank there. I knew that tower dive wouldn't go so great for Teamless, but it is a 2-2 trade, so not the end of the world. Still keeping their gold lead quite comfortably. And meanwhile, in mid, Darien pushes up to the tower. Not too surprising. Good job from him taking that advantage, but you know, Teamless aren't going to miss too much. Lee Sin is there to pick up a bit of extra XP and gold for himself, while Moscow 5 actually pick up the second dragon of the game. So this actually might go completely uncontested here. I don't see anyone in place to stop it yet. 400 gold, yeah. I mean, 400 health even. Yeah, dragon gets smited down very, very easily. And Moscow 5 pick up a dragon to even things up just a little bit. Now they're only 1k behind. Moscow 5 definitely pulling it back. And now Moscow 5 doing an amazing job in this game of bringing it back. I mean, Teamless have been doing great decision making as well. Darien actually taking a hell of a lot of damage from the Jarvan, but he turns on him beautifully. So their bottom turret goes down at the same time. And this might not be the best engage ever. Darien actually flashing out at the right time, surviving on 40 HP. Amazing play from the Vladimir. Really, really nicely done. And although Jarvan is quite in the lead, I'd say, Darien just knows how to play that champ, you can tell. Alright. Oh, and actually the mid lane might be in a bit of trouble here. If Tabzz can land a Dark Binding, Lee Sin actually just invading the race, not doing anything too risky. No tower diving cannons of any sort, but now they're going to steal the red buff, and this isn't going to be good whatsoever. When you start losing resources at this kind of time in the game, you can possibly start to fall behind. I mean, a Corki with a red buff makes it very, very easy to kite. You can afford to go Infinity Edge now for that extra damage first, because he still have the ability to kite even without that Trinity Force. He'll have the slow on his auto attacks. It'll be fine pretty much for him. Vladimir actually moving towards the mid lane. Kerp going to be free to farm up top. That tower is obviously down, so he doesn't need to worry too much about that. Darien roaming quite nicely. He knows if he can't win in the lane, you can win other places on the map, which he's been doing a very, very good job of. And Diamond Proc's been very aware of the map, it seems. Really, really nice ganks. Communication with his team is obvious. Meanwhile, in the farm lane, wish I could have like bird noises or something. Kerp just trying to get as much gold as possible. And yeah, Kennen building this Abyssal Scepter first. That is actually really scary for the enemy team, because Vladimir already has a Wota. Kennen is slowly building it, and with double Wota plus this Abyssal Scepter, they're going to be really, really hard to kill. And of course, the entire enemy team is going to have their magic resist lowered. And so that was very silly of me. Morgana rushing Zhonya's, very standard on Morgana. As I said, she is one of the strongest initiators in the entire game. With the Zhonya's. And that ultimate, of course, you can dive in the middle of 5 people, stay alive for long enough for the rest of your team to catch up. And maybe, oh wow, what a beautiful Dark Binding. The ult is following it up. She is getting the ignite on him as well. And Paranoia actually coming in, try and finish off Tabzz, but I don't think it's going to work out the way Diamond wanted it to. Frogurt now chasing onto him, and again, Dark Bindings hitting when they need to. I'm expecting the Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike, Tempest, and the Cripple, and Diamond is going to go down. Lee Sin, though, going to be absolutely safe. Kerp coming to help out just in case anything was going wrong. And the whole of Teamless suddenly pushing mid. This is going to give them the map control they need. And wow, the flash. Oh, wow, that was absolutely beautiful. Flash Cataclysm. What an initiate from Kerp there. Jarvan just doing an amazing job. I think he's showing off exactly what you can do with this champion. Doing it very, very well. Rushing Brutalize and more of Malmortius, going for the very bruiser-orientated off-tank build. And meanwhile, yeah, Ezreal forced to come back to make sure an inhibitor doesn't even go down. They did take an inhibitor turret down, pushing 3 turrets, in fact, in that small push. It happened within a minute. Really, really nicely done. And now they're going to ward up Baron completely, make sure Moscow 5 don't go for anything super sneaky. And Moscow 5 are actually going to have to go and check this out. They've seen the ward where Jarvan is, and now they're just warding everything up. But Teamless knows where they are. Kennen and Sona slightly out of position, and what a blink over the wall. Alex is in such a bad position now. And yeah, he's going to go down. The True Shot Barrage comes in, but it doesn't do so much for them. And now LoordN chasing down Pepper, trying to get that ice ball on her. He does indeed land it, but she flashes just to escape it. And I think Teamless are going to push onto this inhibitor turret. Very nice bait at the Baron. Really nice map awareness. And these initiates from Kerp right now are really making a huge impact on this game. And right now he's just jumping on the Vladimir. And Darien can't seem to do too much against the enemy team. Seem to be quite tanky against him. And I'm not sure they'll go for an initiate right now. They might want to if a Dark Binding hits, but it doesn't seem to be the case. They are just going to back off. They're going to take the advantage where they have it. And they're slowly pushing the gold lead further and further away from Moscow 5. 6 Legion built on Lee Sin. Not often seen, well, actually, it depends what you're doing, but I don't think a lot of people really seem to build it in the kind of normal ranked and stuff like that. But a very nice item in general. At least have one of them on your team makes a huge impact in the entire game, giving people the extra attack damage and the tanky stats. Always nice to have. Always slightly underestimated, I think. But it does make a big difference to people who aren't people who don't build any tanky items whatsoever. So like Ezreal doesn't really want to build too many tanky items. He's going to grab the Trinity Force, and actually Nocturne getting caught out of position as I'm talking about that. The Sonic Wave goes down on him, but a beautiful magic shield there to block that from happening. Nicely done. Sadly, the dragon is going to be taken away from Moscow 5 again, unless they react very quickly to it, which I'm not sure they do, and they're just securing their own resources. The red buff did get stolen before. Nice little Dark Binding just to check out the scenery from Tabzz, and Vladimir actually slightly out of position, but I don't think anyone's going to catch him anytime soon. Tabzz actually, oh, nice little juke of the Dark Binding there, and a great pull as well. Darien making good plays not to get completely caught out of position. And Teamless now are in the driving seat of this one. They definitely want to push the win, but it is Moscow 5's game to come back from. They've done it before many times, and in this particular tournament they made a spectacular comeback. Genja just completely carrying on Kog'Maw, and Ezreal is one of those characters that you can possibly hard carry on. He is 1-0-4. He's got a lot of farm as well, and his items are looking very good. But here comes Kerp jumping straight into the tower. Doesn't even care about the damage. Just trying to push away Moscow 5 as fast as possible. This is a huge creep wave though, so I don't think Moscow 5 are going to be able to keep this up for much longer. And here comes the initiate. Wow, the Cataclysm hitting 3 people there. The crescendo is perfect though. The paranoia also absolutely amazing. Nunu goes down very quickly. Tabzz. Oh, wow. Tabzz Zonya's at a perfect time. But Moscow 5 bringing it back. This team fight is going completely in their favor. Frogurt is going to go down now, and Fushop, the only one alive on their team. Surely Moscow 5 are going to shred his after him. Try and catch him out of position. The Valkyrie is used though, and he's going to escape probably to live another day. Although Genja doesn't want that to happen whatsoever. He's not going to use anything to chase too heavily. They're just going to pick up the Baron. And that was crazy. M5 again coming back, clutching the win with both hands and pulling it away from Teamless as much as they possibly can. And I have to attribute that just to their team composition in that stage. Like, Jarvan got a beautiful ultimate off on 3 people of the enemy team, but what happened? Nocturne just paranoid out of it. Vladimir, I'm pretty sure, flashed, and Kennen was around as well, but they were all absolutely fine. Sona landed a perfect crescendo. Pepper caught about 4 people with that crescendo. Absolutely really well done, which allowed Alex and, of course, Darien to land their ultimates on multiple AoE targets. And the amount of damage was just ridiculous. And then Genja obviously followed up. Clean up duty for Genja. And he is rocking the 306 now, so he has been doing such a good job this game. Most farm in the game. And although Tabzz did Zhonya's at a right time, did get the ult off on a couple of people, I just don't think it went as well as it possibly could have. It was all about CC in that fight, and I really want a big shout out to GoSu Pepper there for that amazing crescendo. And yeah, now Teamless pushing up on this bottom tower. They want more gold. Kerp distracting the rest of M5, and I don't think Moscow 5 are going to be able to react to this as quickly as they possibly want to. Alex is the only one there. GoSu Pepper and Genja and Diamond now helping him out, and yeah, they're going to be absolutely fine to hold this turret just for a little bit longer. Teamless backing off for just a moment. I mean, Moscow 5 have a Baron buff. You really have to keep that in mind. They will win a poke war at this stage, unless they just decide to not to use abilities, but I highly doubt that. And Teamless possibly aren't in the best position to fight. I mean, all they want is this tower. They want to keep pressure on Moscow 5 so they can't push out with this Baron buff. They still want to make the decisions in this game, but it might not go so well for them if they go over aggressive. Ooh, and they're trying to pull Moscow 5 away from this tower. I mean, Vladimir is up near this top now. He doesn't want it to take too much damage. Doesn't want that inhibitor to be completely bare. And in the meantime, Teamless are probably going to take this advantage and push the tower with everything they have. Yet there we go. True shot barrage use, but it's not going to do so much. And yeah, they just push that bottom tower down with ease. And now they're just going to circle around the entire base, try to take out this inhibitor maybe as their next stop. But honestly, I think they're just trying to stall Moscow 5 out, because this Baron Nashor buff is going to wear out pretty soon. And then Teamless have a much better chance of winning the next fight. Alright. So, I don't really know what to say anymore. Who thinks that Teamless is going to win? I'm not completely sure. I think Moscow 5 can definitely bring this one back. Teamless had the lead, but Moscow 5 have proved before that they can definitely come back from worse than this, and they have been playing really, really well this game. Oh, M4. Yeah, M4 would be a good one. And Kerp stealing the blue buff away. That is a very important resource that he is denying there. That cooldown reduction on Jarvan's actually going to be pretty huge. They already have a blue buff on Morgana, pretty fresh as well, so they're going to be in a good place to fight. This Baron buff has worn off of Moscow 5, so if they can get in there with an initiate, I'm sure they'll want to jump straight into the next fight as soon as they possibly can. Kerp has everything up, so I'm guessing we'll see the initiate very, very soon. Oh, and he could have jumped in straight there. Kennen would have been nowhere near, but doesn't want to be too over-aggressive. Doesn't want to give away the advantage that they have. And actually, they're going to go straight for the dragon. So they're going to pick this up very, very quickly. Yeah, that's going to be a dead dragon. And M5 actually following them there. And I'm not sure who's going to actually engage now. They're split up quite a lot. M5 following each other through the jungle, staying with Teamless. M5 now just going to look towards taking this mid tower, but I don't think it's going to go so well for them. The rest of Teamless are going to catch up very, very soon. And wow, Morgana and Jarvan waiting in the wings. This isn't going to be good for M5. But wow, actually they're not going in. Yeah, here comes the blink. Not knocking anyone up though. The Dark Binding does hit onto Darien, but he's going to be absolutely fine. Vladimir, quite tanky in general, can heal up very, very easily, especially with the Sona around. And Kerp trying to get a good initiate, but can't quite land anything. So I'm getting hit by the Dark Binding. And yeah, they're taking a lot of poke damage now, but it's not that big a deal. I mean, look, Darien is already healed up pretty much to full. Diamond Procs can also get healed up by GoSu Pepper, so they're not in the worst place. And now they're just pushing up on this mid tower, and Kerp is actually pretty low and can't heal up from anything, so he's going to be in a bad place unless they initiate soon. And the Dark Binding goes out, doesn't hit anybody. Tabzz putting on the Dark Shield to make sure he doesn't get caught out. And actually, M5 just pushing up on this mid turret. I did not expect this whatsoever. I expected a bit more aggression out of Teamless. And yeah, they back off completely. They do not want to fight here whatsoever. They're really, really thinking about this. They want a complete advantage in this team fight, I think. They don't want to take any risks. They just want to burst someone down. They want them dead. And I'm guessing the person they don't want to focus is Darien. They don't want to go on to Darien. They want to kill Alex, Genja, or even GoSu Pepper before he crescendos would be a huge pick. But they don't want to go on to Darien because Darien can just troll pull them around. He can just get out of there, and actually the initiate kind of goes off again though, disengaging pretty much straight after that, and Kerp is continually taking poke damage, and he is actually forced to go back. They don't want to fight this. They do not want to fight this. Let's actually see what happens. M5 surely going to push onto this tower very, very soon. Let me go down here. Right, I'm back. And Diamond, yeah, they're just hacking at this tower. This one's definitely going to go down. Kerp is back in business, though. M5 now backing off. They know Kerp is going to be back on full health. And, you know, Teamless are kind of looking for an initiate here. Baron Baron in general is up. Nice flag toss just for the vision there. Maybe initiate if he managed to catch someone, but sadly not. And M5 are not gonna be over aggressive. They're gonna be very patient about this. Jarvan throwing his flags into that brush, keeping everyone away. And oh, Alex comes in from the back. Already uses the lightning rush actually, which is not so great for them. But Paranoia comes out, and here comes the fight. Kerp getting a nice little initiate, Cataclysm going down as well, but he's gonna die very, very quickly. Kennen does a good job of that. Nunu and Corki also taken down by the Vladimir Kennen combo. It's not looking great for Teamless in these team fights whatsoever. And Tabzz, Lee Sin are going to escape. Or maybe they aren't, as Darien just jumps straight onto them on the tower. Genja in a perfect position as well to clean them up. Zhonya's does get used, but that's going to be the ace to Moscow 5. And Moscow 5 now pushing. Definitely want the win. They're going for this Baron now, and then surely they're going to push a couple of lanes down, get some more turrets. They are just dominating these team fights, and that is the reason, guys, why Teamless did not want to engage at all, even under their own tower. They know how strong Vladimir Kennen is. They know how hard it is to deal with. And, well, that kind of just paints the book for it, really. Lots of Russian power. GG's M5. The game isn't quite over though. They could possibly throw it. I mean, the gold lead isn't that huge for them, but after that Baron buff, getting another Baron is really ticking down for Teamless. They're gonna have to make a huge play to come back from this one. TSA. Oh god. Okay. It seems like things are slowly starting to wrap up. Both these teams, you can tell they've been playing all day. These guys are going to be tired. It's very late for Moscow 5, and a couple of these Teamless guys as well. Definitely going to be feeling it. I think he's leaving that for Morgana yet. Morgana picking up the blue buff now. Morgana actually building Zhonya's, Rabadon's Abyssal Scepter. She's going to be putting out a lot of damage, but the fact is, Vladimir and Kennen with that, oh wow, Death by Grasp actually on Vladimir. I didn't know this. But Vladimir and Kennen both have Zhonya's, they both have AoE ultimates, they both have Wota, and there's an Abyssal Scepter in the mix as well. When actually they might catch Darien out, completely out of position. They get him down to half health, but then they back off slightly. You know they can't finish him off when everyone else is around. That Dark Binding very close to hitting the troll pull used just to get away from that one. But yeah, Kennen Vladimir is just an insane combo and very, very hard to deal with in the team fight. It's a nice little dart binding there, but it's not going to do a whole lot for them just yet. Darien back to full health with that double Wota aura from Kennen. And yeah, it's going to be a bad time for Teamless if it continues down this path. As we get into the late game, Ezreal, Nocturne, this crescendo from Sona is being devastating to the lineup of Teamless. And yeah, they're just pushing in onto this turret now. Kerp trying to initiate, great cataclysm going on there, but Paranoia comes out. So much damage from Kennen and Vladimir, and wow, did you see everyone melt there? They tried to focus Darien and Kennen, and that just doesn't work because there's something called a Zhonya's Hourglass, which is gonna mean Asu, unless frogurt kicks Genja out the way, and then it's not going to be Asu, guys. Sorry about that. Way too early. So, yeah. Teamless sadly losing out. M5 taking the Nexus towers, and this is going to be the last Nexus of the series. M5 takes the win. 900 euros. Go to M5. GG. Well played. Teamless showing that they are a team to be reckoned with, taking down pretty much every big name in this tournament in the EU scene, and it's still coming out to a 3-2 finale against Moscow 5 in the grand final. So give it up for Teamless, guys. They played such a good game, but even bigger applause to Moscow 5 for taking home the win.